Shri Radha Govind Gaudiya. Good. Place is really nice. Temple is also, well built, and with Vaishnavas coming and going. This is, the perfection of human life, to serve, to listen, to glorify, and to remember Krishna and Vaishnavas. So, Prabhuji was saying that you are discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 22, Sanatana Shiksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave to Sanatana Goswami Pad, teachings in the banks of Yamuna Ji in Kashi, Manikarnika Ghat. So beautiful teachings, and based upon this, Mahaprabhu told him that you should write in different books. So based upon this, Sanatana Goswami Pad, he wrote Brihad Bhagavatamritam to convey the message that's been said here. So today's verse is so you do one verse a day or you just keep on going?
Keep on.
Keep on going.
I should like.
Okay. So today's verse, chapter 22, Madhya Lila, text 18. So, यही सब साधने अति तुच्छ बल कृष्ण भक्ति बिना ताहे दिते नारे फल. So, Sanatana Goswami Pad is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to Sanatana Goswami Pad that these methods for spiritual self-realization, for example, karma, jnana and yoga, they are all weak and insignificant. Krishna bhakti vina taha tite narefa. Without the support and the mercy of Krishna bhakti, they don't have the capacity to give the result. So before this, the verse before this, in the context, so I was seeing, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is discussing very nice things. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that Krishna Bhakti is the essential, devotional practice. That's the main devotional practice. And without that, karma yoga, jnana, they cannot give results. That's why bhakti mukha nirikshaka karma yoga jnana. These three, they look towards bhakti. When bhakti, she mercifully glances towards these three, then they are able to give the result, not before that. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is clearing the doubt and trying to, say Siddhanta, meaning, conclusion, that what is the path to get the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Though in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna has discussed Nishkam Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga, then Tapasyam Yoga, and then he has also discussed about Bhakti too, Bhakti Yoga too. But it's like confusing. Okay, so what is the perfect or the best way to reach the lotus feet of Sri Krishna? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the conclusion that bhakti is the topmost, superior and best way to reach the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So then what about karma, jnana, yoga and others discussed in Bhagavad Gita? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying they are, they don't have the power, even to give the result for somebody who is practicing these paths. They will have to depend upon Bhakti Devi to give the desired results. So, it's been said that Bhakti is completely, topmost and superior way to reach or to get the mercy of Shri Krishna. Okay? So then, one question will come that then why karma yoga and jnana yoga and these methods are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Okay? So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad in the commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he has said clearly that they are not, these are not different paths or different ways to reach Krishna, but rather they are different stages before one gets bhakti, and by doing bhakti, one who reaches Krishna, they have to first follow these things in some way or other. So mostly the jivas, the souls, they begin by doing karma, mainly with some material motives. Then they get the result. They suffer sometimes. Sometimes they are pleased, happy. Like this, they are keeping on moving, circulating in this material world, suffering many, many times. Then due to taking the shelter of, some sadhus and taking, due to the faith in the Shastra, they start to believe in what Krishna has said. Then they try to give up their material motive and then selflessly try to follow what's been told in the Shastra. And by that, slowly the desire mentality goes away. They become selfless and they do the duty prescribed in the Shastra without, any kind of material desires. That's called as Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is there to purify the heart of, all kinds of desires. When slowly the desire, they diminish and we do duties only for the sake of pleasing Krishna or, for the sake of, the Shastra, because it's been told that, we should do it, then by that selflessness and duty-bound nature, by following Shastra, one becomes purified slowly. The more one becomes, purified, the more he realizes, who am I? Then he tries slowly to realize what this material world is, who am I spiritual, what is the spiritual nature. Like this, he gets to realize, the real nature, that I am not material, but I am rather spiritual, spirit soul. So then, by doing this Nishkam Karma Yoga, selfless, prescribed duties, he comes to the next stage of Gyan, knowledge. That who am I? What is this material world? I don't belong to this material world. I'm completely, spiritual spark. So like this, knowledge he gets. And by this knowledge, when he becomes situated slowly in his constitutional position, then by some providence, when he gets the association of devotees, then now he is purified completely, and due to that this association of devotees, he completely becomes mesmerized by the beauty of Sri Krishna, and from then on he begins to follow Krishna Bhakti. So in Bhagavad Gita it's been told they are all, as different stages pertaining to one single path to reach Sri Krishna. Though it may seem that they are all different, but they are not. So that's why it's been told here, this karma and jnana, though it's been told as a separate thing in Vedas and different places, but in Bhagavad Gita they are all, said to be different stages in, one single path actually. So that's why Mahaprabhu is saying here, karma and jnana, they don't have the power to give result. They have to depend upon bhakti. The reason is karma and jnana, they both depend on this material body. Karma is done by this material body, and the knowledge, jnana, is practiced by the subtle body. Still, they both are dependent upon the perishable body. But what about bhakti? Bhakti has nothing to do with the material body. It is transcendental, just like Shri Krishna, and bhakti manifests from the platform of spirit soul, from the spiritual nature, bhakti manifests. So then the question comes, oh, we are doing bhakti by this body, then what about that? So Jiva Goswami Pad and Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, they were all reconciled in very different books, commentaries in Madhurya, in Kadambini. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad has clarified that we are practicing through this body. This is not pure, this is not completely pure devotion yet. Yes, we are practicing it so that we can get the mercy of Bhakti Devi, and once we are liberated from this body and mind, and once we are situated in our constitutional position, that time proper and pure devotional service begins. It's been told in our Pancharatra also. Sarva upadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti. Sarva upadi, all kinds of designation, gross body, subtle body, this, that, devoid of these designations, is completely, situated, yeah, in his own constitutional position, spiritual nature. Then by that nature, when he does things, then that's pure bhakti. So till that point, what to do? Just sit? No. Till that point, we have to use this material body and mind to to practice such a pure bhakti. Though it's not pure right now because of this body and mind, but still we have to practice the same Shravan, Kirtan, and Smaran. Listening and chanting and remembering Krishna. We still have to do this body and mind, so that by this practice, the soul which resides within this body, it completely wakes up, so that the soul can start to do things, and this automatically this body and mind will merge with the soul. The function, the function of the body and mind to do bhakti, now it will be transmitted to the soul. So, to practice to that stage, when it can be transferred to the spiritual nature, that's why we are doing with the body and mind. So, till that point, bhakti is not completely pure. It's tinged with material things somehow. That's why till that point, bhakti is sometimes like this, sometimes like this. Sometimes we are so much, enthusiastic that, we can even bring one mountain, okay, and keep it here. So much, enthusiasm. Sometimes we are so much down that we don't want to do seva, we don't want to wake up for Mangalarti, we don't want to listen katha. It's all due to the disturbance from the mind. Okay? So, till that point. But once the function of the spiritual nature, it starts, the soul, then this kind of disturbance wouldn't come. So that's why it's called as pure. Until that point, it's not pure. Bhakti is tinged with material modes of nature, tamogun and prajogun. Okay, so that's why, because this bhakti is transcendental, just like Krishna. Okay, and bhakti doesn't depend upon any kind of material rules. Bhakti is just like Shri Krishna, because Krishna's Satchidananda, okay, bliss, knowledge, and knowledge and existence. Okay, the bliss part, Ananda, that is transformed in some way as bhakti. So that's why, just like Shri Krishna, this bhakti is also spiritual in nature, it's not material. Shri Vishnu Chakravarti Prabhupada, in the first chapter of Madhuri Kadambini, he has described this very nicely there. So just because this bhakti is, spiritual, and just like Shri Krishna, it is completely, this independent. Bhakti doesn't depend upon any material things. But this jnana and karma, they are done through this material body. The karma is done through the material body, jnana is done through the subtle body, mind and mind. So that's why the reason they are dependent upon these material things, they are finite. But bhakti is infinite. It is transcendental. That's the reason why karma and jnana and yoga, they have to depend upon bhakti. Without the transcendental power of bhakti, karma and jnana, they are not capable of giving any result. Okay? Means you may be following karma yoga, jnana yoga for long time. But still, the desired result, what is that? Liberation, you will not get. Without the merciful glance of Bhakti Devi. Okay? That's what Mahaprabhu is trying to say. That is, Bhakti is the topmost method or the way to please Shri Krishna. To reach Shri Krishna also. Okay? So then he is giving a proof. This is the style of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has said, whatever you speak, you kindly give a praman, proof. Without that, just keep on saying Swami Siddhanta doesn't help. That's why Mahaprabhu has said, he has said a Siddhanta here. So, for that, one has to give a proof. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 1st canto, 5th chapter, 12th shloka. Very beautiful verse. This verse is very beautiful. So it's told, Shri Narad Rishi is saying this to Vedavyas ji. Naishkaryam api achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate jnanamalam niranjanam kuta punashashvadaparam abhishvare nacharpitam karma edapyakaram. So Narad Rishi is saying to Vedavyas ji that Naishkaryam api achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate. Naishkaryam means the mood of doing karma with no selfish motive. Means Nishkam Karma Yoga. That's what Naishkarmya means. Just only following the duties said in the Vedas and without, you just follow it without, any kind of some selfish material motive. So that's called as Naishkarmya. So here Narad Rishi is saying Naishkarmyam api. Even such a Naishkarmya, without any material desires, selflessly you are trying to just follow, the Vedas, Still, if it is not in relationship with Krishna, the meaning you selflessly followed something, okay, and you don't want its, result. So, even such a selfless karma, if it's not related to Sri Krishna, meaning you are doing such a thing, but if it's not for the pleasure of Sri Krishna, na shobhate, it's of no use. Jnanam alam niranjanam na shobhate. And same is also to the Jnana, which thinks about the impersonal form of Sri Krishna. Even that kind of Jnana na shobhate doesn't, it's not good. Kutak puna shashvata dabram ishvare na charpitam karma yadapya karanam. Then what to speak about that karma which is done with some kind of material motive? Then what to speak about that? It is from the beginning also it is not good, and when it's finished it's all then also it's not good. It's all selfish and nothing else. Only material and nothing else. So this proof is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Narada Rishi is saying, Jnana and Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga, they are of no use if it is not related with Sri Krishna, with Bhakti. Okay? So without Bhakti, they have no chance. They have no place. So that's why those who want to liberate through the process of Jnana, those who just want to follow Nishkam Karma Yoga, both of them, if you see, they somewhere down the line, they will start to chant the holy name. But their motive is different. They would also have bead bag and chant the holy name, but their purpose is completely different. What do they want? The Jnanis, they want liberation. Nishkam Karma Yogis also want liberation. So they both want only liberation. And that liberation cannot, you cannot get it by just only simply following Jnana and Karma. One has to include Bhakti. Without that, they are in no position to give Bhakti. So then, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also giving a second example. Proof. Tapasvino Danapara Yashasvino Manasvino Mantra Vida Sumangalaha Kshemam na vindati vinaya darpanam Tasmai Subhadra Savase Namo Namaha. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is quoting this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 4th chapter, 17th verse. So it's been told Tapasvino, those who do tapasya, do penance. Danapara, those who donate so much. Yashasvino, those who are, famous for their big, this auspicious activity. Manasvino, those who are engaged in meditation and mental speculation. Mantra Vida, those who are very expert in reciting Vedic mantras. Sumangala, even one who is engaged in all kinds of superior and good activities. Kshemam na vindati vina yadarpanam. But still they will not get the desired result, kshemam, the desired result, best result, vina yadarpanam, without dedicating their work to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, none of them will never give any kind of result, proper result fully. Tasmai Sabase Namo Namaha. So I therefore repeatedly I offer my obeisance to the feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? So this verse, Shukadeva Goswami Pad is saying to Parikshit Maharaj that, tapasvi, dani, yogi, manasvi, yashasvi, mantravida, sumangala, all of them, though they are doing so much work in trying to do their prescribed duties and try to become big person, still they will not get the best result without offering these things to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Nobody can get a good result from these things. So here also the proof is shown that karma and the yoga, they are not capable of getting result on their own. Okay, so they depend upon bhakti. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
May I ask a question, Maharaj?
Can you be a little bit louder? Just not able to hear.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
So, does this naturally arise in one when even his goal is mukti, impersonal liberation? If the goal of one is mukti, like impersonal liberation, does also then arise this desire in the heart to offer it to Lord? Because only when desire arises in the heart it can manifest externally, isn't it?
The liberation, mukti, one will not get without doing some kind of bhakti. That bhakti is not pure at all. But that bhakti may not be that bhakti too, but at least some semblance of it, like chanting the names of Krishna. Okay? By that they may get liberation. I mean, with the mercy of Sri Krishna, they can get such a liberation. Without His mercy, even such liberation is not possible. That's why they take so long time. They are forever doing penance. Still they don't get the desired results. Even if they don't believe in the form of God, like Shankaracharya and their followers, but still they recommend, that you should have a deity, one form of deity in the 5 different forms of Vishnu, Shiva, Parvati, and Surya and the likes. And then they also recommend to chant the names of Krishna. Why? Because to get the goal of mukti. Okay? So mukti cannot be, achieved without the mercy of bhakti. Okay? That's why they fall. Yeah, that's the reason. So many Mayavadis and Shankaracharya followers, different, they all have beads. They all take their beads and chant.
It's only semblance.
It
is only semblance.
Semblance. Their purpose is not bhakti at all.
No.
Okay? Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakurji has warned us in Bhakti Tattva Vivek, a small book written by him, Bhakti Tattva Vivek. He has warned us And we have to be careful and we have to stay far away from them if we want pure bhakti. Okay? Their so-called chanting and so-called speaking on Bhagavatam, they all want only one thing, liberation, and nothing else. Okay? So this is the reason it's being told here that we have to be careful and without bhakti, this karma, yoga, and jnana, they cannot give, the desired result. We have to take shelter of bhakti. Okay? And bhakti is the best process because it's completely transcendental and it's coming from Krishna himself. It has nothing to do with this material world. So if you catch and take hold of bhakti, and by bhakti if one gets love and affection for Shri Krishna, then the mercy of Shri Krishna is not far away. Okay? So I think I will stop here today. I'm getting a little tired, feeling a little sleepy also, so I should take some rest. And by the way, very nice topic, very nice points to discuss here. But whatever Mahaprabhu has raised, taught of Sanatana Goswami Pad here, we just only touched a small part of this, Sanatana Shiksha, and if time permits, we can go more deeper. Okay, so we should try to know what Mahaprabhu teaching here is. We should try to know what is bhakti, why it is superior. Then what about karma and jnana? They cannot give result without bhakti. They are dependent on bhakti. And by doing bhakti, what we will get? So we should know these questions, first these questions we should ask and we should know the result, why these things properly. Okay? Then we can do pure bhakti nicely. Okay? Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol. Yeah, sure. Why not?
So, because it has been said, you are saying that we should stay away from them if we desire Sudha Bhakti, pure Bhakti. Okay, but that is only for Kanishta or Kanishta Adhikari, or is that only for Kanishta?
You should stay away from what?
From those that desire liberation, those that desire mukti. Because we should stay away, but no, on the other hand.
No. For somebody who wants to do pure bhakti, for him, the desire for liberation should be given up forever.
Yeah.
Okay? And also desire for material enjoyment also should give up. Only then pure devotional service manifests, not before that. Okay? And it's been told by Rupa Goswami Pad, Bhukti Mukti Sprihayavat Vishachi Riti Vartate. Jab tak we have desire for material enjoyment and for liberation. Okay? Impersonal liberation. Till that point, one will not develop a service tendency for Krishna. Rishikesh said, Bhukti Mukti Sprihayavat Vishachi Riti Vartate Bhakti Sukhasya Katam Vedayan Chopaved. If one has these desires and if one has not destroyed it or thrown it away, how will devotional service manifest in such a sadhak? It will not. Okay? So we have to follow pure bhakti. And pure bhakti means no liberation, no desire for liberation, no desire for materialistic duties, no desire for all those things. Okay? One pointed towards Krishna through our tongue, body, and mind. We're chanting, listening, chanting, and remembering. Shravan Kirtan Swami. By that, one can, attain perfection, because this is what pure bhakti means. Okay? Gaur Premananda, I cannot speak anymore. I'm feeling a little sleepy. So I will go and take some rest. Okay? Yeah, nice questions. You can, tomorrow you can discuss further. Okay? You keep more questions ready. And I really like questions, so it's good you're asking. Okay? We can discuss further very nicely. Okay? Today I'm not in a fresh mood, so we can discuss further. Okay?